All across America, the story is playing out the same way. Colleges and universities are realizing they are no longer able to keep up with the demands of the next generation of students by doing business as usual. Instead, in order to stay relevant, they are partnering with Pearson Education and their team of highly trained specialists, much to the chagrin of the competition. Meet Mr. Thompson McGraw. Thompson has worked for many years as a textbook representative, so he's seen firsthand about this current paradigm shift.
When I first started out, you could just show up and get the sale. Nowadays, you have to know so much. The internets, the tweedles, and the face poking. I mean, you really have to be...
Relentless?
I was going to say knowledgeable.
And it's not just hard for the competition, it's hard for the customers. I don't know what half this stuff is. Up until a few years ago, my space was the 4-foot area that existed around me. That doesn't even make sense. It's all just too much. Well, it isn't too much for some people. Take, for example, Allison Rowland. She's moving technology novices at Atlanta Metro College from recommend technology to require technology by giving them personal training. Then there's the case of Kari Smith, whose relentless commitment to overcoming the used book epidemic paid off dividends when she got technology required at Olympic Peninsula. And if that wasn't enough, tell me about Terry Cortesini.
I had finally won. I'd gotten this huge adoption at Atlantic Cape Community College.
But that's not the whole story. What happened then?
Oh well, she kept working the department. She kept going back. She was...
Relentless.
I was going to say persistent. Anyway, she ended up winning the whole thing. But the important thing is I won it first.
But then you lost it.
But before that, I had won it.
But eventually you lost it.
That was the last straw for me. After that, I just gave up.
If you could say one thing to her right now, what would it be?
I would just ask, why? Why, Terry? Why did you take my business?
Though unavailable to appear on camera, Miss Cortesini had this to say in response. Seriously? And it's not just a handful of stars. Professionals like Blake Allvine are making it happen down in Georgia. Laurie Stuccio filling bookstores and delis with books and cookies. She fills the bookstores with books, and cookies go in the belly. No, never mind. And there are similar stories from ex-representatives all over the country.
They just take it to another level. Even when you do win some business, they just don't back down. It's like they're...
Relentless?
I was going to say driven.
Was there anyone in particular?
Yeah, Lee Jacka. She just blows my mind. She's implementing all sorts of crazy things. Program selling, solution selling. I don't even know what that means.
I think it means she's going to kick your
Then there are the legends.
Tell me about the legends.
Well, there's Dara Lanier. She's been hitting her numbers for 10 years straight. There's Jerry Higgins. You couldn't stop him with a Mack truck. He's...
Relentless?
I was going to say indestructible. And then, of course, there's Otis Taylor. I had heard that he uses live animals in some way with, gerbils or raccoons. That was it. So I thought I would, incorporate something like that into my sales calls. Mix it up. Dr. Hampton, I've brought Mr. Weasel to see you.
After hearing some of these outrageous stories, we decided to ask Pearson Senior VP of Sales, Kevin Stone, to shed some light on the matter. Mr. Stone, we're hearing some crazy reports from the field. Tara Culleney getting students' artworks into the new editions. Rebecca Leedy hosting sales events, getting authors involved. And then there's the raccoons. What's the deal? Is this just hype?
Absolutely not. We're changing the landscape out there. Reps like Allison Andrews, Emily Beckman, Laura Kennedy, Claire Kozar, and hundreds of others. The business is changing, and we are right there in the fast lane, shifting and turning with the industry. Our reps are...
Relentless?
I was going to say the best in the business. By the way, it's a hat.
What's a hat?
What Otis wears. It's a raccoon hat. I have one too.
Giant adoptions. Game-changing events. Cookies. It makes for great storytelling, but is it working? Well, don't take Mr. Stone's word for it. He's obviously a shill for the corporate machine. I mean, really. You talk to some...
I had this one situation. It was so close. So close. Me and this rep from Pearson, Leah Newman was her name. We were neck and neck. The instructor was completely in love with me.
That guy was an idiot. Leah had me at hello. There was never really any contest.
This is only the beginning, and within the next few years we're going to see a tremendous change in the competitive landscape, and there's going to be one company driving that change and ushering in a new generation of business.
And what company is that?
Pearson.
Right, of course.
Well, I guess the good news is that Pearson can't get any better. Not possible.
Whether it's possible or not is yet to be determined. The stakes are high, higher than they've ever been before. In the short time it took to produce this highly credible news piece, there have been several new entrants into the arena. One thing is for sure, whoever emerges as the leader is going to have to be really quite good. I mean, riveting.